Really? Were you looking forward to?
Yeah, it was. It was like,
Commentating?
hang on, what's going on here? But you know, it happened.
Oh, Trash is a good commentator as well.
Yeah,
So,
it
you
was
know,
good. But
I couldn't
hopefully,
be too mad because it was Jazzy. Anyway, we're seeing a game on right now, and it looks like Craftmaster62. Has he played Wario? Because I remember you were mentioning these players before the game started, and you know.
this is a first for me as well. I'm pretty sure I've never seen Craftmaster actually play Wario before. So,
Well, yeah. Speaking about first come first serves, this is definitely feels like a first try as Wario as he's getting bodied, and he's going to lose his stock. And GeNoa is putting on a bit of a nice little start right here.
yeah. Just having a quick look, but yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Craft or Master, or I guess Beans or Keeper. It's a very confusing name. Actually play Wario, and like you said, it's probably just a first try thing,
Yeah.
going against a lower seed, maybe.
I mean, that seems like a good idea, just trying out new characters.
Ooh.
As you're doing that, Jesus Christ. Though, I don't think he's really gotten used to Wario yet. I know, like, Wario seems like a very easy character just to pick up out of nowhere, but as soon as you try and pick him up, his weight and his movement just feels off. Because you expect him to feel, kind of like your Mario, your Luigi. He does not. He does not at all. He's a little bit faster, he's a little bit more robotic in his movement, and he's a lot more floaty, which is, the main advantage with Wario is that he's a floaty character that you can really do a lot with his movement, but it takes a while to get used to, and I'm not sure Craftmaster right now is getting used to him. Especially you also have to consider that he got nerfed very recently, so a lot of the stuff that, a lot of the resources are going to be focusing on his kill confirmed comes, but that's going to be much harder for him to really get used to, as a lot of those kill confirms don't work anymore.
Yeah, and also if you're playing your secondary or a new character against someone who's obviously playing their main, then it's going to be a bit of a difficult time.
Anyway, Mr. House, aka Craftmaster, is on his last sort of stock with last chance situation. Though he is going to get the tried and true basic kill confirm coming in from his waft. That does mean he does not have waft for the rest of the set, but Julia Punch, aka GeNoa, is going to win the matchup. Despite being up against someone who's not using their main at the moment, I'm sure they'll be very happy about that coming into the matchup. Taking a game off. What seed is Craftmaster? Is he near the top?
Third seed, yeah, third seed.
Oh, damn. Taking a game off the third seed is definitely something we should keep in mind. Looking at GeNoa's previous tournaments, it's a meal deal regular actually. They've participated in 2 previous meal deals. The last meal deal, they finished 9th out of 22. So they're definitely not a pushover or someone to take lightly. So maybe it was kind of presumptuous for Craftmaster to go Wario this early on.
Potentially, indeed, but when you go against someone who is 13th seed, then sometimes it is a bit of a choice, I guess. But
Risk.
We may be seeing the main coming out.
Yeah, I'd imagine you'll be seeing the main coming out. Of course, Craftmaster has a lot of mains, so there's definitely like a number of different characters you can pick towards. You can pick K. Rool, you can pick Steve, all of which are very interesting. Like in terms of like the Ness matchup. So they're picking their stages. Do you have the information on the boards, Mr. Salty?
Do indeed. They are playing Carlos Pokemon League.
Ooh, Kalos. So I think Mr. House is definitely. I wouldn't be surprised if we see like a Steve pick. On Kalos.
We're seeing the Steve.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend the K. Rool against the Ness on Kalos at the very least. But it looks like that Craftmaster wanted the space to really try and build up his. To really camp him out and to try and get the mining, the resources going. And it's really going to be a big question for GeNoa, as this is arguably like the hardest like matchup for anyone to learn, because it's an entirely different playstyle. Like I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know how to get over like anything which Steve really brings up the table, or should I say Minecraft Zombie.
I just don't like Steve at all, so I kind of like just refuse to learn the matchup because I will never want to play it in person.
Yeah, like it sucks for us heavies, right? It sucks for us. It's just because we're heavy mains, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's anything like I made a matchup chart for DD the first time I've ever done a chart like that before. Yeah, Steve is one of the worst matchups for DD because you're so slow in the air, you're so big in the air. Like it's very easy to identify when you're going to approach. And, you know, Steve just has the perfect tools and the perfect, like, frame data as well to really punish it. Because Steve has...
Yeah. I just feel like I would genuinely... Because I've not made a single me character on my Switch, and I've had this game since launch. I'm very tempted to just make a me gunner and just out-camp the Steve who's camping me.
Oh, I see.
Because
That's fair.
playing Ganon against Steve is honestly awful.
Yeah, that sounds god-awful. Like, you really need to, like, pray for like a battlefield pick, or at the very least a smash field, just something where you can probably get in.
Yeah.
Or just try into like a Mewtwo King tournament where he for some reason has like Castle Siege and Wario Wave on deck.
Just some wacky stages.
Yeah, try and cheese them out with like a small stage or something like that. But looks like Julia Punch, like GeNoa is doing okay, I'd say. Like Craftmaster is an experienced Steve player, and they're dealing with this pressure really well at the moment. They're still losing because, like I said, like it's very difficult to like get around, like especially on Kalos of all maps.
Yeah, it's a big map. Steve can run away. It's a tough one.
At the very least, you could consider that GeNoa's done the homework at the very least. I say that, but you know, they're not taking this stock very well. And Craftmaster does have the down tilts on deck, and he's just going to walk into a massive down air.
Yeah, we're almost seeing like a reverse of the first game.
Yeah, just the, you know, this Craftmaster was very sort of wonky on the Wario, but he's definitely on point with his Minecraft Steve gameplay. I'm just happy that, like, I know the gameplay of Minecraft Steve is kind of like annoying as hell, but I'm still happy that, you know, he's a thing, and he's just oh no.
Respectful. I guess.
Yeah, just reset, just do a mental reset. You know, that didn't count. That didn't count. You know, this is just best of all friendly now.
Yeah. Probably just saw like the TNT setup at the ledge and was like, I just can't be arsed dealing with this.
Though the game's not over yet. Like he's won the first round and he's got another round. He's got the counter pick now coming in, so you can definitely try and take Craftmaster to like a smaller stage to try and get him over. Because the first stock there, he was doing pretty decent trying to get over all the blocks and all the camping setups really. And you know, there's a lot of characters I think which do horribly against Steve, but Ness is not one of them. You know, he's kind of slow, but he's got a very good projectile which he can use to really close out the distance. So, you know, this ain't over for GeNoa yet. So we're gonna really see what GeNoa comes out with next. What are you expecting?
I have no idea. Probably a smaller stage even, potentially. Just something that's
just a smaller stage.
Smaller stage. Just
I can't imagine Craftmaster's not going to ban, you know, like a battlefield or a
just like ban small battlefield, ban out Smashville, easy.
And then
picks.
whatever's left, I think, is what GeNoa will try and take him to.
Yeah, like Battlefield or something. Or even Pokemon Stadium 2. Oh boy, watch him bust out the Hell Magnet Zero to Death combos. If that happens, I'll be hyped. We're going to Final Destination though, so.
Or FD.
The
very
old
large
faithful.
Stage. The old faithful, but I'm not so sure. Not so sure just yet, because it's a very large stage. FD. It's surprisingly large stage. Like, you don't realize how big FD is until like it's compared to all the other stages.
Yeah.
We're seeing the same matchups coming in. Ness, I guess what GeNoa really wants to try and do is sort of like my tactic against Min, which is just try and get everything up and over. You know, because as he's building stuff up and as he's building, you know, his setups, you can try and like, you know, use the fact that FD has no platforms to get projectiles over the setup and just try and go, try and use the fact that there's no platforms to try and get something going. But again, I'm not so sure. Oof! Lucky parry coming in, and yet immediately this is the problem with FD. Sure, it's no platforms, but the up tilt combos and the up air combos will be coming in.
Yeah, you've got nowhere to hide in FD, and that works in both your favor and against you. And at 113%, like in less than 30 seconds.
Craftmaster is definitely making GeNoa regret the choice here, but that was a very lazy up B, and that's going to be a free F smash coming in. And GeNoa is doing one thing I can respect about GeNoa at the moment is that they're dealing with minecart extreme. Oh,
it's a good old commentator's curse. They were dealing with minecart very well.
Yeah, using the disjoints, just trying to break it up, and there you go. That's a point. That's a big problem that I personally have against minecart, because I hate that move. I hate that it's a projectile and a command grab, and it like beats everything in priority. It's annoying as hell, and that's bad DI coming out of Craftmaster right there.
That was a jump at the end there as well, so probably just jumped straight up at the blaster.
Yeah, and just like as we talked, it's going to take the lead, but again, the up tilt combos. This is exactly like why, like I'd say that FD. That Steve can play FD, because like with the free range of everything, like up smash is going to come out, the up tilts is going to come out.
Yeah,
it's going to be a big issue for GeNoa. One thing I will say about Craftmaster right here is that he is I'm not seeing many sort of block setups. He'll survive
making it work there. Yeah, that was. I saw the F smash coming out to try to reflect the minecart. I don't even know if that works. Or if the magnet works
I think
either.
it does, but the timing is going to have to be very precise.
Jumping
he had the
into
free
that
punish there, but he just didn't take it. That punish was free. Calm down, GeNoa. I think GeNoa's just sort of getting ahead of themselves here. I think they've got the matchup stole, but they just need to slow it down.
Yeah. I think GeNoa just kind of like not GeNoa. Craftmaster made some stairs for Ness to get back onto stage, and then immediately just mashed them out. There we go. There's the reflector.
Cheeky. Well, you have to remember that blocks near the corners of the stage will be dissipating a lot quicker. So
yeah,
just that's the little thing that Sakurai did to not make.
That was going to be such a cool combo, but Steve fell out of it.
The fast neutral air is very good at breaking up the combos from Steve. Oh, very good parry. Yeah, I feel like Craftmaster's just playing with his food right now. Just trying to annoy GeNoa to death.
Oh, come on. Not like that. Not like that.
Charge down smash is going to take it. And GeNoa's just going to walk right in it, or rather GeNoa is just going to walk right into it, and that's going to be 2-1 to Craftmaster62.
It was a good showing.
Yeah. Very good showing from both players. I think GeNoa was obviously getting tilted there, and I understand that completely. Like Minecraft Steve is a very sort of annoying character to play against, and it's not Craftmaster's fault. It's just how you have to play the character. It's how the character is designed in a 1v1 setup.
Yeah.
But it was just sort of awkward for like GeNoa was getting in there. He was doing everything, like he was getting elements where he was getting everything right, but again, like over and over again, he was just getting tilted and just reverting to like these lazy sort of setups and these lazy approaches. And I feel like he was getting, like, Craftmaster wasn't playing at his full potential there. He wasn't, like, setting up his setups very well. He wasn't, like, he was being very lazy with his moves, but he just knew that, GeNoa was very tilted about his moveset, and you can just, punish that very basic playstyle.